protected the castle. Then, if you listen carefully, you will hear the noise made by a small creek that flows underground. The name of the creek is Peles, so that's the source.
This morning we are visiting the Peles Castle in Romania. Nestled amongst the Carpathian hills, the Peles Castle may not be as grand as the palaces in Denmark, Russia or England, but it has a charm of its own. King Carol I had commissioned this castle in 1873 and it was inaugurated in 1883. The castle is beautifully decorated with artifacts, paintings and sculptures. Peles Castle has 160 rooms which are each decorated differently, and it is the world's first castle which had electricity produced locally. During Ceausescu's regime, the castle was completely closed to the public, and after the revolution in 1989, it was again opened up as a heritage site.
So, guys, welcome to this Peles Castle, a real gem hidden in the heart of the Carpathians. We discussed about actually damage to this material. They had to find a solution to remove this humidity, and they decided using chimney. Currents of air will be formed, freshening up the air, obviously, and also it was implemented over a century ago. And in a hot July day, it's not out of the ordinary if you visit the castle in late afternoon to see the roof retracted to basically prepare the castle for another busy day. Then another beautiful feature of this room is this amazing staircase on the corner. Not just beautiful woodwork, as I mentioned, it gives you the feeling that Ludwig was sustaining on his shoulders the weight. It's a metaphor. It was on his shoulders the character's battles. He asked for his most important battles from Germany. The image of Virgin Mary on the right, and George was the patron saint. Make a few steps aside so the others can answer. So, the first part of our tour will take us to Carl's private weapons. They say pieces more than 2,500 are even today in exhibitions. Walls, we can see European weapons. Weapons used all over Europe, from the British Isles to here, the eastern outskirts, but mostly German, obviously, since ancient times. And one of the most valuable pieces in the collection is almost 1,000 years old. Then we have a lot of medieval weapons, but also pistols and fire guns and rifles, which in the 1800s were still in medieval Germany. And what's even funnier, when we move to the other room, visit this castle in a cold winter day. And people are amazed how perfect when you get closer to that, problems. Don't be afraid one of the other. I know you don't know you, but today we were 47 musketeers, right? In all the rest of the world. Starting with the far away. Here, the bows come from China. On this wall, the other wall, Then over here, we have another amazing piece. This is a Turkish yatagan, covered with turquoises, the typical precious stone for Turkey. have another portrait of Karl on the right, the first king of Romania. Then on to the other side, that's the way which was just for. On that corner, we have one of the most beautiful fireplaces inside of the castle. Simple decorations. The upper part has the coat of arms of late 1800s Romania. It was Transylvania in the period of the coat of arms of the 1800s. Romance languages. The books cover different fields: literature, science, history. Karl not only loved reading, he was somehow also forced to read. After having read the book, if he took the normal path to the bedroom door, so that not all these people could enter the most intimate part of the castle, his own apartment. And I'm sure that not even the ones that I told you, there are a lot of details that attract the attention. All the other shelves are caught in between two pillars, which here are missing. All the other shelves have 3 rows, but for this, which has 4. And actually the ones close by can The library, I told you that was Karl's favorite room inside of the castle. This other room, the one we just entered, the old music hall, was actually Queen Elizabeth's favorite room. The Queen was an artist herself. She painted, she wrote poetry, she played these musical instruments. Her pen name was Carmen Silva, which meant the song of the forest in Latin. A very good pen name, thinking of the huge amount of to represent her. But not her, the queen, but her, the artist. Those we were seeing looks much more like a fairy tale. Over some friends to have a nice dinner together. As back then. A dinner, a ritual that took several hours. And then this room, Spritz as they were Germans. Actually, from now on, I will show you 3 rooms in 3 completely different styles, chosen to represent 3 continents. And in order to represent marble of the beautiful fireplace is Carrara marble, the most beautiful, they say, the beautiful cabinets were made in Florence. Most of the tables has engraved in it the image of the most important landmarks in the Italian capital of the Rome. On the walls. The paintings are works of the most important European art, etc. But they are not the original ones. The original ones are today in the most famous museums all around the world. They're copies. But the young Austrian, which came here to Sinaia when he was just 19, to do this, copies of Karl's thoughts? Find that hotel.
Our guide insisted that the squirrels of Romania are more dangerous than the bears. They make missiles out of chestnuts and